There are 8.2 billion people on the planet Earth right now.
Jesus.
And you're the only one who's won all 4 of the 24-hour majors.
Yeah.
When the car crossed the line and you knew you had won this was the 4th, what went through your head? We all know true immortality in sports isn't just about collecting the most championship rings and medals. It's also about achieving something so unbelievably difficult that few people on Earth, if anyone, will ever pull it off. In tennis, only 19 men and women have won all 4 majors in their careers. In golf, just 13 have completed a career Grand Slam. And in the world of racing, there's only one driver who's ever achieved a similar feat. You might think I'm talking about multi-time F1 world champions like Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen, especially with Max dabbling at the Nürburgring, but I'm not. I'm talking about Nick Tandy from Bedford, England, an automotive glass specialist turned Porsche factory driver and the only person in the world to ever win all 4 major 24-hour races outright.
At the time, I didn't realize anyone would really give a shit about it. I knew about it, and a couple of other journalists knew because they keep records and had told me about this, what was possible.
What are the ingredients that make endurance racing what it is?
I mean, honestly, I think to be successful, you've got to be a team player. When you grow up driving, you're always in your own car. Stock cars, Formula One, IndyCar, everything is single driver stuff. Where here, you've got to work with people. Maybe I'm a good team player. It seems to have worked pretty well the last 10 years or so.
You beat out 8.2 billion people, so there you go.
There you go.
It's an understatement that it's just worked out for Nick. It's been years of grit, perseverance, and perfection. So, what's the secret to winning? What makes him Mr. 24 Hours? On the days that you have won these outright, is there something that's in the air? Is there something that clicks? Do you know when you walk into the weekend that, this is that car at Le Mans, for example?
It's funny you say that. We knew at Le Mans, for sure. You go through race week and the car is fast, you're reliable. By the time the race started, we got all this confidence that we were the people to beat. A lot of people didn't think that because we were rookies to the race, we were rookies to the Porsche program. But we had confidence that we were going to be strong. It was great. It was magical.
Just because the races are the same duration doesn't mean they're the same experience. Just think about the factors. You aren't just fighting 100 other drivers, you're fighting the weather, the strain in your car and body, and the sheer unpredictability of the race. To survive that for 24 hours is a miracle. To win is a career-defining achievement. To do it at all 4, that is something else entirely. Talk about the majors that you've won. How do you describe each of the different ones?
They're all 24-hour races, but they're all different. And to win, though, it's all different. And Daytona is a race where if you can lose a minute, the chances are you might get a chance to get it back. Where, for instance, let's take the Nürburgring, for example. Yeah. Nürburgring's a place where you can have the best race and get the chance of something happening outside of your control with the weather, with the way there's so many cars on track. There's much more luck involved, I would say, and you have to be lucky. The Le Mans, typically, there's only 1 or 2 types of car that are fast enough and have the chance to win. Getting yourself in one of those cars at the right time is extremely difficult. Yeah, and then you look at Spa. So Spa is different because it's the only one of the 4 where all the cars are the same speed. They're all GT3 spec cars nowadays. So there's tons of cars on quite a short track, let's say, with the weather that typically comes there. You have to know the intricacies of each event and how to prepare and how to get the best out of them.
How do you describe the difference to people between a 4 or 6 hour race, a 10-hour race, and a 24?
If you lose 10 positions off the start or something, it's obviously much harder to get it back in a short race than it is a long race.
Yeah.
So you've got to go into these 12-hour, especially 24-hour races thinking, we have to be there, we have to be strong, but if something negative happens, it's not the end of the world. Whereas in a shorter race, we still have pit stops, you still work with your teammates, but the chance to regain ground is obviously much less.
And what's it like with this program here? What's it like being part of the Rexy?
It's busy. I've seen it from afar. Obviously watching them in the paddock, the attention that the team gets and the car gets and everything, it's incredible.
And what are you bringing to the team this weekend? What's your role within this whole equation?
Learn.
Really?
Yeah, of course, because this is a champion team. They know what they're doing. I'm new to the car and GTD Pro, even though I've got a lot of experience in the GT3 car and GT racing and IMSA, but things are different. So, especially this weekend, I'm here learning as much as I can. Of course, is there something I can help with, then I will.
Where do these glasses come from?
I don't know. They look like Cyclops.
How often do you get franked by these guys?
Every day.
Nick didn't just wake up and become a driver. He was juggling winning while working a 9-to-5 as an automotive glass specialist. Now, if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. And to be fair to say that his hard work has paid off. So in 2012, you were named the best privateer Porsche driver. Before it was a done deal, but you had the trophy, you had the accolade. Like, how are you thinking about that at that point of your career?
Every year you're trying to find ways of funding the car you're trying to be racing. So the goal of everyone is to get to a level where the coin flips. And instead of finding the money to pay for it, you're the one that is found and gets paid to do it.
Yeah.
That's what happened the back end of 2011 and into 2012 when I won the Porsche Cup. It was scoring the most points in a Porsche car around the globe for somebody that's not part of the Porsche factory driver pool. That year I became a professional. I left my normal job.
What's the feeling that goes through your head? Is it relief? Do you get to breathe, or do you have to then lock into something next?
It's a huge pressure off, honestly, because you have all this pressure every year of trying to do what you're trying to do to make it become your job. And when it finally is, it's like, yes, I've done it. But then, of course, instead of doing it for a hobby or trying to be an aspiring professional, you're being relied on to do the best job possible. So the pressure changes. And then, I've never lost the love of it. So it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
What is the thing that you're trying to check off next? Like you said, you're competitive.
Daytona. And then after here will be Sebring. And then
literally
after that, it'll be Laguna. Every race is as important as the next.
All right, well, we'll talk to you again when you win the next 4 again.
Can't afford to.
Thank you very much.
Look at the smiles on their faces.
It's great. They smile when they do it.
They're good lads.